let's see, Tuesday. What night, Maddie, what night were you here last week?
Last Tuesday.
Tuesday. I don't know if you guys, but YouTube.com?
YouTube.
You want to see the clinic, part of the clinic I gave last week? So about 16 minutes long, right?
16 minutes,
Yeah.
yeah.
If you want to go look at some of the things, if you think you want to go back to see me talk again about some topics, she does a great job. She did my last class last year. In fact, I probably have about 4 YouTubes out there.
Yep.
If you ever want to try look at some things, I did a couple things on putting. When I was at Callaway Golf, I did a couple. She did 2 of mine. I have 4 or 5 YouTubes if you wanted to go in there and look at some things as far as clinics go and critiques. So she's going to try to do a few things today too, and some of them might be you. So if you get critiqued a little today and you want to go back and see the reminder of what I'm going to tell you, you might see it. So anyway, we finally got to the 18th green, or close to it, right? We're almost finished, but just watching the people warm up today, it's amazing. And I say this to every clinic I ever give. When we give a 6-week clinic, it's amazing after 6 weeks how much better the golf swings, the ball flight, the power, the athleticism, all those things seem to start falling into place. All of you seem to get away from the head down syndrome, staring at the ball. All of you are starting to see, you know what? You don't have to worry about that. You finally, it took 6 weeks to drink my Kool-Aid, okay? And get some of those head down syndromes and staring at the ball out of your system. But anyway, again, today, like I said, it's going to be the final day. We're going to let you hit balls quite a bit early. I'm going to stop the class at about 10 or 15 minutes. 10 minutes probably, that's all. And then I'm going to ask you, have a couple open questions session. Maybe bring 1 or 2 people up. And then last 30 to 35 minutes, I'm going to stage myself up at the very top. And I want all of you to work your way through there. Be ready when I call your name, or not your name, I'll say, who's next? Be ready to come up, and I'll give you your individual critique there, what you can take with you. Now, just to give you a little idea about the individual critique, I'm giving you that critique based on who you are today, okay? Who you are today. If you stand here and you're still slicing the ball, I might give you a stronger grip. But if you start turning better, practicing more in 2.5 weeks and start hooking it, guess what's going to happen? You're going to have to let go of some of those keys I gave you. It's like the doctor going in and when you have a bad cold or strep throat in March. If you go back for physical in September, you're not taking the same drugs for the strep throat, I hope. I sure hope not. If you are, you might not be here. But anyway, but the point being is, you have to make sure you understand the critique I give you. If you don't, please ask. Because again, I tend to exaggerate my teachings to get you fixed today, not tomorrow. A lot of teachers in this world, in my opinion, do not take you to the edge of the wall quick enough. They get you into that, oh, buy 5, 6 lessons, get 1 free, come for a package deal. No. You come to me, you might only come once. I don't care. But I want to fix you that day. So I will tend to exaggerate my teaching style to make sure we get you across. You come to me slicing the ball, you will not leave slicing the ball. I will promise you that. You come hooking the ball, you will not leave hooking the ball. Okay? I'm gonna fix you, but I might overdo you. I might. So again, understand your critique is for today, and watch, hopefully the education I gave you, or Michael I gave you in 6 weeks, shows you why we did this. You know, we exaggerated your path inside out. Well, maybe you're swinging too inside out. Maybe you're not. So again, try to pay attention to your individual critique and see what's going on afterwards. Okay? And again, if you feel like you've gone too far, because everyone that comes to me for a golf lesson, usually, if this is a dance floor, they're on one corner of the dance floor when they come to me, normally. If you come to this corner of the dance floor, in about 10 minutes, I want to try to get you over here. My goal is to get you here, but you need to know where every boundary is. Otherwise, you're going to be lost. And so that's one of the ideas about my teaching style, as far as making sure you understand the opposites, okay? Does that make sense about what I'm saying? So you should know who you are when you leave here today, but understand that some of it might be a little exaggeratory for the future. So you have to be able, and that doesn't mean you can't come take lessons, you know, in the future. I do want to tell you that. You're allowed to take lessons. I had 4 lessons today, 3 lessons today from students in this class. Not this exact class, but one lady couldn't make it. She took an hour clinic today, a lesson today. and two other brothers came over to buy drivers. They both got club fitted for drivers. They bought drivers. And if you're in this class and you buy any of our drivers in there, you get an extra $25 off and no tax. So you're going to save from Golf Galaxy to Golf by Design to Stick Sports. You're going to save about $40 on a driver. And usually every year I sell at least a half a dozen to people that say, they use the demos, they say, this is like cheating. Mine goes 50 yards shorter. So again, that's what we're here for, to service you in the game of golf, okay? And to grow the game, all right? Okay, now, any questions before I start? We have tonight 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13. You're gonna do some filming, so that's perfect, that's great. So we can break off in pairs of 2. I don't care what club you use. You can use your most confident club, or you can use your most insecure club. I don't care. But what I do want you to do, we have short tees, we have long tees. I do want you to tee the ball up because there's not a fairway in America that's this tight, okay? This is a 1/16 of an inch long with no thatch through it, okay? So you're not gonna be able to hit very good irons off of here. So tee it up in a very short tee, that's too high. There's some short tees, hopefully, Michael, we have some short ones that are using irons. How many people in here are gonna use their driver today as their critique club? Okay, good. How many people are going to definitely use irons? Okay, good. Okay, what I'd like to do, if that's the case, the people who raised their hands for irons, I'd like you guys to go first in my critique. Then I'll set my tee up for a short tee, and then afterwards I'll set my tee up for the long tee for the drivers, okay? If you don't mind doing that. So it looks like there's 4 iron players, and the rest are woods or driver, okay? Does that make sense? Before we start hitting, any questions at all? Because I'm going to open it up for questions afterwards a little bit, not after the whole thing. Today we're not doing a rules topic. We're not doing we're not doing any etiquette today, okay? Because I think it's more valuable for you guys to find out your own identity, so you can take that with you, after 6 weeks, and I think that's important. But if you have any questions before we start hitting, yes.
I have 2. One
yes.
is, if you're just off the green and you use your putter, does that count as a putting stroke?
You mean use the same style?
No, well, you putt off the green in the fringe.
Yeah.
Is that considered a putt?
As far as statistics in the round?
Yes.
No, it would not be a putt. By official tour statistics, it's not a putt. Now, I count as a putt. If I'm 12 feet away and I'm this far off the green and I putt the ball,
yes,
and I make it, the tour stats will tell you made 0 putts.
Okay.
But I consider it 1 putt because I still putted it.
Okay.
But that's just from a statistics standpoint. Okay?
And how about balls? Can you mention something about the different types? Or
Yeah, golf balls. I mean, again, there's a lot of different types of balls out there, from inexpensive top flight XLs to, the 2 best probably are the Pro V1s and Titleist, and the Callaway IZs and IS are probably the top 2 balls out there today. They run from, we sell Pro Vs in here at 45, which is probably the lowest price in the area, unless they're running a lost leader special somewhere. And then the Callaways are 41. Then you can get yourself top flight XLs 15-pack in there for $12. So if you're a beginner shooting 120, you don't need to buy Pro V1s. Buy yourself some top flight XLs, fine, Pinnacles, Callaway, what's the Big Berthas? Warbirds, the Big Berthas, inexpensive balls. What I will tell you about golf balls is I'm not as concerned about the ball you use as much as the consistency with the ball you use, meaning this. When I give a putting lesson, I always ask this very simple question. Do you have 3 brand new balls in your bag? If they say no, I go into the shop and I grab 3 brand new balls. Always practice with the same type of ball. Don't ever go out there with a Pinnacle, Top Flight, and Pro V1 and hit putts. Because on a 12-footer, they're all going to roll different distance, even if a machine hit it. Okay, because how hard they are and how they come off a golf club. So I would tell you, if you go in your golf bag now and you see 13 different types of balls, I don't think that's very good. I'd rather see you have a low-end ball that are very new than a golf ball that's, that are different types, because you hit different balls. I mean, I can tell you right now, there's many times, if I hit a chip shot with a Top Flight XL, and I hit a chip shot with a Callaway IZ from 60 feet, the Top Flight XL is going to go 6, 7, 8 feet longer. Well, what does that mean? That means a lot, okay? So that's why I would tell you, I don't care what kind of ball you use, but try to make sure that ball you use is consistent within your golf bag, okay? Good question. Yes?
I know you can pick up the ball on the green. Can you put a different ball down?
Technically, by USGA rules, no.
Okay.
If the ball was damaged on your prior shot, if I hit a shot into the green with a sand wedge, that was like that, and I cut that ball I can take that ball out of play because it's damaged.
Okay.
But if it's not damaged, you can always switch balls in between holes, always.
So you can't put like a new ball down.
Yeah,
just
you
'cause
can't
you're
put what I
putting.
call a putting ball down.
Okay, that's what I meant.
If that's a putting ball, I don't want to hear it. No.
Okay.
It's just not. I'm just kidding. But
I'm
it's
trying.
not. You know, it's not. You really don't want to. And then you have people say, "Well, I'm going over the water. I don't want to lose my golf ball."
Yeah.
Yeah, just, you can't do that. By the rules of golf, you can't. Any other questions? Okay, we're getting more coming in now. Huh? Are you going to hit Maddie first time, or are you going to wait till the next session? Or you want your individual critique?
I'll wait. Yeah, I
Oh,
can
you
wait.
a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay, so we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. That's perfect. So we have 14 hitting balls. That's great. All right, let's start. What I want you to do is start hitting balls. Try to match up the tee height with your partner. Your partner doesn't have to be your wife. Your partner needs to be somebody who's going to have the same size driver so you can work together. So you don't have to switch tees every time. Okay, work on that. I'm still going to rotate for the next 5 minutes. I'll stop you again, ask one more time for questions, maybe bring somebody up here for an example, and then the last 35 minutes will be your individual critique, and I'll spend probably 2 to 3 minutes with each of you. Okay? All right, let's see you hit some shots.
So we should find who's doing